fucking fancy.
That's awesome.
And then it's got some blue shit on the bottom, and then he did like flamey flames on the side and the back
that's really
and stuff.
cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
That is
it really
awesome.
is.
I was like, Nate, I don't know why I wanted to do it, but I was like, I'm going to order a snowball, and they have this kick-ass green one. Will you Metroidify it? So I gave him a couple bucks. And
Oh, that's really
we
cool.
went and bought some paint and whatever. Why not, right?
Dude, Nate's awesome. I mean, I've known I've known all you guys for years, but it's also kind of funny how literally you and I have been like two ships passing in the night. Like we've known about each other and our music and everything, but we never had a face-to-face like how we are right now.
No, yep. That's hey man, it's the internet, right? It's like, I mean, shit. I've made songs with people I've never met.
Right.
Yeah, it just happens, you know.
All right.
Such a wonderful creation.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It is.
Just a heads up. Go ahead and switch it over to your blue mic now too, because it's still picking up your room audio. Not that it's bad, but you know we're all going blue. It's blue or nothing.
Blue or nothing. So hold on a second. Let me see. Blue for days.
So I love how hype you are that I'm actually wearing the Marble Madness T-shirt.
Oh, so hey Frost, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, let me do proper introductions. Grant, this is Brian. Brian, this is Grant. Of course, you have seen him, and we'll get into all that during the show. So,
cool.
Mr. Frost, I'm sure has to sit on his hands because he's probably swooning right now.
Shit.
I mean,
I'm just glad you're just on the jury side. You're not in jail. They haven't like locked you in a cabin or something for this service you're giving the country.
You're now in true California, and they finally found you for jury duty.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I didn't even sit in on a trial. I just sat in the waiting room for 8 hours.
I've been there. I've never been on a trial, but I have had to do the whole process where it takes like 8 hours of you just filling out forms and eating lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shame that like half of the pay that I apparently am going to receive within the next 3 to forever weeks from now, it's my lunch was more than half of that.
Basically, yeah. You'll get like $8.50 or whatever, and your lunch was probably like $10.
Sure. Especially out here.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, we could even talk about how all the East Coasters are now moving to California, and yet here I still am over here.
For now.
Hold it down, man. Hold down the fort.
Right. And
did you move out?
Abandoned ship, dude. Get over here.
Off the boat. Oh wait, it's this side that's gonna blow up. I forgot. Well, whatever. Get on the boat.
Everybody gets beachfront property. Who cares?
That's right. So you moved out to Huntington Beach from where?
Philly.
Yeah, from like the Philly area, cool. Yeah. But the school district and everything that Brian has attended actually goes right up your alley, and we can actually bring this up in the episode too. He went to Ridley High School.
What?
Yes, there is a Ridley Township, there is a Ridley Park, and there is a Ridley High School. So
wow.
Metroid is real. And it's right here in the suburbs south of Philadelphia.
Did you get taught by a dragon? Well, I think maybe he's a dragon. Maybe she's a dragon.
But what's even funnier is the school mascot is the Green Raiders.
Oh, interesting.
So it's almost tongue-in-cheek in a way still, too.
No, they're not. They're the wolves now because they have to be politically correct. Yes, apparently too many Native Americans got offended.
Please tell me you're joking about this right now.
No, I'm dead serious. It is wolves now.
Oh, God. It's even more messed up that you guys were the Raiders and we were the Buccaneers. So
Buccaneers.
Yeah.
The worst part is that I lived literally 2 blocks from your school, and I still had to traverse like 3.5 miles to get to mine.
Right.
When I could have just crossed the street and gone to Interboro.
Right.
Yeah, I was only 2 miles from school, but I rode the bus every day, and just because of the path of things, I was the last to get dropped off every day. So I was on the bus for 2 hours every day, even though I was like 1.5 miles from school. But whatever.
Yeah,
learn the country roads that way.
Right.
Now,
what part of Carolina were you in? Like Charlotte or Raleigh or what?
East of Charlotte. So about an hour out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country, on the way to the beach. Is how everyone knew our town. It was like a gas station, basically, on the way to Myrtle Beach.
Right.
From Charlotte. Yeah.
I think the most southern I've been was literally right there in Raleigh, where the Bermuda Triangle is, as they call it, with the 3 colleges. Yeah.
Yes, the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes.
NC State, NCU, and some other one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's,
Raleigh and Chapel Hill, I think.
Yeah, it's like the Blue
That's
Devils, the Wolfpack, and one other one
Yep.
that I'm forgetting.
Tar Heels.
Yeah, and the Tar
Yeah.
Heels. There you go.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, man.
Nailed it. Is
Yeah.
my mic working
Yeah,
again?
I used to hang
Yeah,
out
you're
there
good.
all the
You're
time.
good. Everything's good.
You used to what?
I used
Hang
to
out
hang out in that area all the time. A buddy of mine lived in Cary for a while.
Oh yeah, totally. Same here. It's a cool area.
Nope.
People ask about North Carolina and they're like, where should if people they were to go, where should they go? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
It's somewhere else.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the
I
thing.
mean,
Like when I went to Raleigh, we were there for a hockey game. We actually followed the Philadelphia Flyers down there for a game. And after the game was done, we were like, what do we do? Because obviously we're not from the area, and we were like, all right, we're 10 miles, or not 10 miles, we're 10 hours away from home. Let's just see what the whole kit and caboodle is. And we ended up going to what was it? They had roller derby there. Apparently, roller derby is huge in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Awesome. Oh, I went to a derby game 3 weeks ago.
Did you
down
really?
in San Luis Obispo is about 2.5 hours south of here, and I went to me and Eric actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
Old Viking guitar. Can't he's gonna be talked about for 3 weeks. We went down there and saw some friends just to hang out for the weekend, which you never do when you're like, you do that when you're in your early 20s, not when you're in your late 30s. But we bundled up and we went and saw friends, and we broed it up, and we played video games, drank beer, and went to the guy's wife's roller derby game, and it was a lot of fun. It was cool.
It's funny that you mentioned drink beer, because I think actually it's in the video for Golden Axe. I think like the brief moment when you stop playing, you actually grab a can of beer, and I think it's a Yingling, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was. And I was going to say that's actually like a beer that's brewed closer to where Brian and I are from.
You can't get Yingling out here.
No,
it's not here at all.
It used to only be primarily only Pennsylvania. Like, you couldn't even get it in the tri-state area. Like, you couldn't get it in Delaware or Jersey. Like, it was only Pennsylvania. And then slowly but surely, they started kind of like branching out a little bit. But
Well, Anheuser-Busch bought them and then started shipping it out on the East Coast, but it never made it west.
right.
Like Wawa.
Yeah, they I remember when I drove across the country, I saw my buddy Brandon Hood, who lives in Arkansas.
Hoodie.
And he's not far from the Mississippi River, and he's like, "Hey, while you're in Memphis, pick me up some Yingling, because you get there. It's like an hour from his place, but you can't. Like, as soon as you cross the river, there's no more Yingling."
Right.
So,
Well, that's the funny thing. Like, if I'm sure since you're with the Shizzies and all whatnot, did you ever actually have a Natty Bo, a National Bohemian?
oh yeah.
Okay, so Natty Bo is only in Baltimore, and even though Baltimore really is like a stone's throw away from Philly, it's really hard to find it up here.
Really?
I mean,
I know
you'd have to go to like Delaware to grab it.
Huh, crazy. I mean, obviously I associate it with Baltimore.
Exactly.
Now I know why.
Right.
It's not there anywhere
Well,
else.
it used to be brewed like in downtown Baltimore, but then Irony Engine, Chris Morgan was saying that they actually relocated the brewery to somewhere else or whatever. So I guess it's kind of like how they did with, God, what's the other one? Other side of Pennsylvania. Rolling Rock, how it used to be in
I was
Latrobe.
going to say Pittsburgh.
Yeah. No, I was thinking Latrobe for Rolling Rock, and then, again, how, as you say, Anheuser-Busch bought them out, and it's not the same anymore. It got worse.
That's still Sean's beer.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's his favorite. I thought it always tasted like ass, but
He's a green bottle guy. Some people like the green bottle beers a lot.
I like anything that
well,
has lager.
Yingling's a lager. It's in a
Yes.
green bottle.
No, it isn't a green bottle. I'm thinking like Heineken and.
Yeah, like green.
Like the pale ales, or
Like the bottles are green. Yingling is in a green bottle. I guess it is in a green bottle.
It
Isn't
is, yeah.
It's-
But the cool thing with Yingling, to know how fresh it actually is, it does come in a green bottle, but if you see it almost like a hint of beige, like in the coloring of the beer itself through the green, that's how you know it's actually a good one. Like, the more green it looks, the crappier it's going to be, or the more skunked it'll be. Like, so always look for the color. Again, I work in a pub, so I know this shit.
Sure.
That said, I guess I ought to get a green bottle so that I can associate with this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so when we go and visit out there, we're going out there in a couple weeks to visit. Like I was saying, there's 1 week in May I couldn't be on here, and we're going to visit my family down in North Carolina. And when we go down there, we just buy Yingling because it's the only time we can ever have it. You know.
If only I could send it to you through the mail, I totally would.
I know. There's a couple good ones out here. There's one called 805 that is really it's just super easy drinking and decent flavor, and that's kind of a go-to for us.
Right.
Like
I'm not one of those beer snobs, but due to the fact that I work in a pub, I kind of do have like a wide variety of flavor and taste. But like whenever I go out and drink with friends, I always just have Yingling as like a back burner. Like if there's nothing special that I know that's not there, then I'm like, all right, then I'll just have a lager. And that's literally what you do in this area is you order it as a lager. Just say I'll have a lager, and that's what they give you. That's still there you go. That's a good one.
That's the only beer that I buy out here now because I don't know what anything else is. It's all like Azteca and fucking Natty Ice and shit.
Sierra Nevada. Ugh, I had one Sierra Nevada and I spit it out faster than I could freaking drink it.
I've had a few decent ones, but they're like the seasonal ones. Their summer one's actually pretty good. Their Summerfest is all right.
Right.
But yeah, most of the Sierra Nevada stuff I'm not big on. Where is Huntington Beach exactly? Where are you?
South.
Like I don't know, how far south?
About 6.5 hours.
Okay. So you're close to LA?
I'm about an hour out from LA. South of LA.
Gotcha.
So like Long Beach borders Huntington.
Okay, there you go. I'm learning. It's big. It's a big state. It's not my side of it.
I still don't know. The only reason I found out where you guys were is because I looked it up when we were talking to Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Santa Cruz. If you asked me what part of Cali Santa Cruz was, I'd be like, I don't know, San Diego?
Yeah. It's all the same. It's all basically
we're going to have all the Sands and Santas all together.
Yes, well, they're all Sands and Santas, so yeah, I mean, it's Los this and yeah. No, the you like Baywatch? You watch Baywatch?
God, we're
everything
going way
you see
back.
on Baywatch. that is like everyone in California looks just like they do on Baywatch. That's what everyone thinks, and it's true.
Once I take and everything, it's really off-putting when you're at like a fancy restaurant.
I know. I just got out of the shower, so I put my T-shirt on. But when I go out, shit comes off.
Yep.
Oil goes on. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the cocoa butter and everything too.
In slow motion.
Oh yeah, you gotta leave really early to your dinner date because you gotta like.
As your wife just like pushes you out of the way, I'll meet you in the car.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So how long ago was it that you moved out there? Only like a couple years or so?
2.5 years.
2.5 years, okay.
A little over. It's so funny. It feels like I still got here. Or I just got here.
Right.
But, you know.
Do you feel the same way, Bri, or no?
Oh, yeah. I still don't know where anything is.
How long for you?
3.
3? Yeah,
so he literally got there as you were just about ready to come in.
Yep. Who else is moving out here that you know that you mentioned something like a mass exodus?
Our buddy Sean that he mentioned, he was actually the first guest on our show. He was the one that was on episode 3, the creator for Display Geek.
Display Geek.
Yeah I always want to say Geek Display for some reason, but our buddy Sean, who actually grew up with Brian, did he move out first and then you followed? Is that what happened?
He moved out first because one of the clients for his job offered him a better job.
Okay.
And offered to pay him to move out. And they gave him 2 weeks to decide. So he was like, I don't know what I should do. I was like, do it. He goes, okay. And he moved out here. So,
now how did the whole Seattle thing fall through?
He was out here for like 2 years before I came.
Wow, he was out there for that long.
Yeah.
I remember when you were saying you wanted to move to Seattle, and then that fell through, and then you ended up going to Cali.
Yeah. Dawn and I moved to Twin Peaks. Which the real name of the town being North Bend, but we definitely got pie and coffee at Tweed's, which in Twin Peaks is the double R. So we went there for a damn fine cup of coffee, and we were there for a couple of months. It wasn't very long. The buddy of mine that we were staying with, there was some personality clashes between he and Don, so they could not get along because he's a nice guy, and I have no ill will towards him because I know what his personality's like. I'm used to him.
Right.
But he's got a very strong personality where things like have to work for him, and because it's his house, it's his rules, and Like, I totally get where he's coming from, but it was too strong, and she resists that sort of attitude.
Right.
So they were just butting heads at every turn, and we had to get out of there.
No, I understand.
Happens.
I would definitely go back, though. Seattle was such an awesome city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never been up that far north. Like, I've been up and down the East Coast, obviously, and then I've been to Cali, and I've been to Vegas, and that's about it. I think I've been to like 10 out of 50 states or something nuts like that, and I've only been out of the country once, and that was in Toronto, Canada.
I was going to say I've been to more countries than I have states in the U.S.
Well,
that's funny.
is that pre or post Navy though, or during?
Both.
Both.
I traveled Europe before I joined the military, so
Gotcha.
both.
Lucky bastard.
Fortunate, not lucky.
Well, actually, you were stationed not too far from Grant or whatever, weren't you? Weren't you like in Virginia for the longest time?
Norfolk, yeah.
In Norfolk, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was in North Carolina a lot, because one of the guys that I worked with is from North Carolina. So on extended weekends, if we had nothing to do, we'd go find a party down there.
Yeah.
And then I would drive up to Philly on other weekends, because it was like a 4.5-hour drive. So I get out of work like Friday afternoon. I'm home in time to get drunk Friday night.
Yeah, it's like in the middle. That's a good place to be.
It's a decent town. Like, that area is decent in Virginia, but the crime rate is so high because it's just so many transients and military and scammers and bullshit. So, like, if you're smart, you can make it. If you were me, you were probably losing a whole lot of money for stupid shit.
I always hear all kinds of horror stories about friends of mine that are like, man, I got a speeding ticket for just driving through freaking Virginia. It's like, yeah, they're nuts down there.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Go in the speed limit, they'll pull you over. I actually got pulled over in Alexandria. I don't remember where I was coming from, but
Isn't that
my
where
buddy
Mag's
Damien.
nowadays too?
Huh?
Isn't that where
Dude,
Mag is nowadays, or it used to be, or whatever?
It used to be in Alexandria. Now it's close to
that's
it.
what it was,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think Alexandria just pushed it out because it's an awful town.
I would not be surprised, honestly. I really wouldn't.
It's a town with an ego. Like, it's potentially a nice town, but everyone thinks they're better than you, and then they just kind of like push it on you at every chance they get, and it's pretty obnoxious. But I was actually driving through Alexandria with my buddy Damien, and we got pulled over because he's black. And the cop actually like comes up to my window, and when I roll the window down, it's like, "Are you okay, son?" I'm like, "What do you mean?
Are you okay?
And he eyes my passenger. I'm like,
Oh man.
"Yeah, we're military. He's my friend." He goes,
Right.
"Oh, okay, carry on." I'm like, "Are you fucking for real?"
Wow.
Maybe that's why all
Man.
the craziest metal bands come out of Virginia as well, because they're just so fed up with all that shit.
It's like
Probably.
Virginia and Sweden, you know?
I was
Those
gonna
are
say,
all the metal.
It's just a hellscape of just oppression in certain areas. So it just breeds metal.
Right. Hell, even Dave Brockie was from there too.
I would have started a metal band in Virginia, but I have no talent. So.
Who's Dave Brockie?
Main guy for Guar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Odorous
I know
Arungus,
he's
yeah.
Virginia.
He's
No
originally from
shit.
Virginia, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think he's a Richmond kid.
Huh.
But
Well, I
yeah,
played a bunch of shows in
Yeah, it's part of the Seven Cities area.
I played a bunch in Virginia in college, and the band I played in college. We went to like really weird, like Chilhowie. Where the hell is that? You know where that
I've
is?
never even heard of it now.
No,
Or Chilowy? I still don't know how to say it. We played a bunch of different little bars and stuff back in the when it was like what 2099 something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, most of the cities in Virginia are named after like Native American tribes, so
Right.
it's
Yep. Mm-hmm.
same thing with like parts of Washington too. Like all the street names in the cities are all named after Native American tribes, and you're just like, I can't pronounce any of this shit.
Right.
Yep. They gave them that much. They decided to name the cities after them. That's
Yeah,
you know.
while they were herded into the desert and told to
Yep.
stay there.
Don't worry, we're keeping your tribe name.
just
Stick it on this
just not the
building.
tribe. Get out of here.
Right.
We also have to remember the area that or I should say that you originally were in, where I'm at. We have Native American tribe names, and we also have Swedish names as well.
Swedish?
Yeah, because Philadelphia, like as it was still coming of age, it was like severely inhabited by Swedish immigrants, and even people that signed the Declaration of Independence and all. They were like first cousins of basically coming in from Sweden while they were like mingling with the English. So they were basically like relatives as well. So it wasn't just the English that we were fighting against; it was the Swedes that were helping us as well.
Interesting.
Which also, I don't know if you're into flags
that.
or anything silly like that, but the actual city flag for Philadelphia is the same colors as the Swedish flag, and it was done on purpose.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. So that's why we have places like Schuylkill. And then when you spell it, it looks like it says Schuylkill. Sculykill. Or Kull.
Yeah.
Or like
Don't mispronounce that one.
The more you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just we need a little. You need to get like star wipes when this turns into a video cast.
That's one of the reoccurring things that we do on this show. Is we always do the "you more you know" things.
I need like some chimes or something, and then Frost can say it, and I'll just like swipe.
Perfect.
I have no chimes.
Oh man, call your brother.
Pull a sample. Oh, my brother's got percussion for days.
Yeah, well, that's why I said call your brother.
That's about it. Yeah, he's got something.
Where's he living nowadays? Is he still in Carolina, or is he like so? Yeah,
he's in Charlotte.
Still there. Yeah,
he's in Charlotte. Yeah, he's a DJ full time.
Oh, wow.
And he's got gigs in Charlotte and in Salisbury and Concord, whatever the hell people say when they're not from there. Just in the he's got a radius of recurring gigs, and he runs sound for events and stuff.
Right.
Big like city things in Salisbury, and he makes a living doing it. He's doing
awesome.
okay. Yeah, he digs it. He has to play some pretty shitty top 40 every once in a while, but you stomach that
part of the job.
Exactly.
It is part of the job, totally.
But then that's why he'll go and he'll play in like Metroid Metal and all, just so he can get it, have like a nice clean slate and just wash it all away.
Yeah, he's been really enjoying the gigs we've been able to get with Viking guitar with the full band. He's really enjoyed getting up there and busting grooves. We're trying to make an EP together, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Right.
We've had like weird little jams we've done on occasion, but it's just stupid that we don't have our own little super goofy EP of material. But we're getting there. We're working on it. He's got his interface set up and his drums and stuff set up, so hopefully he can start tracking some crap soon. We'll see.
Maybe you can do that when you go home in a few weeks.
Yeah, like we always talk about it because he's got stuff set up to jam, and we'll jam a little bit, but we just never get it all to tape. So
right. All right,
just off into the ether.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is all good stuff that we could even just bring up in the episode anyway. So just to get some ground rules and everything, I know Eric was like, I don't want to talk anything political. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I was like, dude, that's not what we are.
Into that.
So literally, it's literally for what I said. It's about video games. It's about music, and it's about music from video games. The end. And that's all we're going to talk about. We don't give a shit about Trump firing people from the FBI and all that other shit. Like whatever. That's not us.
Yep.
We don't want to talk about Trump and his PP tapes and all that shit.
PP tapes.
I don't know. I might want to talk about that. Just not today.
Can we just subliminally just PP tapes? Just little bits throughout the maybe not a good idea.
Honestly, dude, you could be as serious or as funny as you want, and we always tell everybody that before we even really start getting into it. It's all about just being entertaining and having fun.
Cool.
We try not to make it like a newscaster-esque type thing. We try to make it as casual and relaxed and fun as can be. So again, be serious or as funny as you want. So again, yeah, we're not going to talk about any
about
of that
swearing.
Stuff.
We're
That's another thing because Eric even asked about that. Eric was like, "What about swearing?" And I was like, "Dude, you can say as much as you want."
Which is great, but I noticed that you guys don't like. I have been on some that I've talked with some guys, and man, it's so much that I even notice it when we're recording. You guys are, for being a bunch of jerks, you guys are pretty eloquent. Like I think it was the Simpsons episode. I don't think I heard one swear word at all.
I think that might actually be the only clean one that we do have.
Yeah, well, it's good to know like what the policy is, you know.
Right,
But it's just nice to, I don't know. I have a potty mouth,
we're not
but...
actively looking for reasons to swear, but at the
No,
same
no,
time,
yeah, we're not the angry video
also
game
not
nerd
really
who has to swear.
concerned about censoring ourselves enough to not do it.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I'm with you. That's good.
We do have all of our stuff on iTunes and all too. So if there is any questions about that, it does put like the little explicit marker on there. So that again,
Yeah,
like,
that's
when Eric
how I
asked about
understood
swearing,
it.
it's like, dude, they just notify that it's possible anyway. So again, just however you feel. If you get severely pissed off, you don't have to curb it. So have at it.
Or really excited about something. I mean, it covers. It's a spectrum. It covers everything.
Right.
All being passionate.
But again, you listen to a couple episodes, so you know like how casual and how silly it can be, and
Sure.
and how relaxing it is. But again, since you're the guest, just giving you a heads up, we're gonna have you do the intro, like how we have all the other guests. So if you want us to call you Grant, that's fine. If you want us to call you Stemage, that's fine. If you want us to call you Metroid Metal, that's fine. Just let us know.
Okay.
So what do you want to go as?
For the intro or just all
Just in
overall?
general, because I mean, like
general.
however you introduce yourself, that's what we're going to refer to you as anyway.
I mean, I could just say, I don't know. I mean, I go by artist name is Stemage, but you know, like I go by Grant mostly.
Okay.
So
well
does that
like
help?
prime example, like if we had Matt Kramer, aka Norin Rad, I would just call him Norin because some people
That's
really
cool.
don't have like a lot of like their
That's
personal
cool.
info out there. So like I wouldn't even call him Matt anyway. I always just refer to him as Norin again because I've known
Same.
that kid for like 15 years or whatever.
Sure.
But again, if using your actual name is fine, because I know as far as Brian, I always just say Frost because that is his actual name,
Yeah,
Brian
yeah, yeah.
Frost.
That's what
And I
everybody
try
calls
not
me
to say
anyway.
Brian
Yeah.
at all, so I always just try to say
Sure.
Frost, which is his last
Stomach-
name anyway.
Stemage works then. What do you call you? You call yourself Johnny Grind? Like
That's kind of
the
like my
podcast?
alias, but
that's what I figured. Yeah.
everyone just calls me Johnny anyway, so I just run
Okay.
with that.
Yeah, that'll work.
But yeah, if
I gotta pee.
all right, do it.
Do
I
it.
go pee.
Do for it.
I don't want to see
Before you
it.
know. We're back.
And that's exactly what I did before we even started this phone call. I had to like get everything out of my system.
No, I had to give the dog a walk. So we were coming back from that when you sent me a message. She tried to murder another dog last night and was not cool.
So you're speaking on literal terms then?
As far as what? Her trying to murder another dog?
Yes, like literally,
Yeah,
not figuratively.
There's this like doodle puppy that for whatever, like, it's bigger than her, but she fucking hates it.
The hell is a
So-
doodle?
Like, Google golden doodle, and they're like those big curly looking mop dogs, and there's a puppy
okay, I know what
around
you're talking
here,
about,
and
yeah.
for whatever reason she just does not like it. So she was getting very, very riled up last night, and this is like after we came back from obedience class, so it wasn't cool.
I love that
So
you
we're-
just walked in on the ass end of that convo, and you're probably like, "What?"
I'm just like, what doesn't the dog like? I'm like, I don't know, punching or like caviar or.
She doesn't like that either.
Okay.
She's
I mean,
more of a beef fan.
Oh, yeah, smart.
Brisket.
Yeah,
Brisket, yeah.
especially when you're a blue pit bull.
Oh, dude, yeah.
She's so sweet though.
She really is.
Except for that one time.
Well, just keep that dog away from her, and you'll be fine.
Well, it's the girl that owns that dog that's the raging idiot, because she'll see mine getting all amped up, and while I'm trying to, like, get her out of there, she'll just stand there with her dog and, like, stare. I'm like, will you please leave? Just go away. I like how my camera froze with that face on.
Yep. That's another recurring thing that happens on the show. It's great.
As long as the audio is fine, then
Yeah. And again, that's
My internet's finally phenomenal, so I don't know what's going on with this thing.
right. But again, that's the fun of sound editing. You know how it is. You know, chopping up all this stuff that goes, and you just delete that
Yeah.
part, and it just freaking blends anyway. It's weird for a freeware program. Audacity does great work.
it really does.
It really does, absolutely. That's how I edit all this stuff. Is what I do is I'll record the video from the Skype feed using OBS, and then I'll just rip the audio from it, and then I just do all the editing in Audacity, and that's basically my entire Saturday.
It takes
like 6 to 8 hours. It's like a whole work day.
So that's great.
I was going to ask you for editing. Would it be easier if I just isolated my input and gave it to you on a separate track?
Honestly, no? I like the way how it is. Basically, having more tracks basically is almost like making a soup with more spices. Like it's almost too much at times.
It's delicious. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
You know the whole old saying, less is more? Yeah, when it comes to recording and audio mixing and all, less really is more.
It's a lot different when you're all in the same room and stuff.
Right.
And you can just like run it through a mixer or do whatever you gotta do.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I can imagine separate. And then trying to get it aligned.
Right. Like if we were all around the table and we all had our own separate track, that would be fine. That's totally easy. But the fact that since we're in 3 different cities, it's so much easier to just have it all as one track.
Well, I guess if we moved out here, getting together would be easier. Come on,
the only one where I did need the secondary track was for Dustin, because he only had his laptop mic, so that made it so much easier. The fact that he also recorded his as well.
Yeah, his audio was bad.
It really was. It was like almost like a broken walkie-talkie is what it sounded like, Grant. It was like such a bad laptop mic that he was recording from.
So he sounded like Bane from the
But then when he actually had his own recording, it actually works.
Welcome to my podcast. Hello, brother.
Oh man. Yeah, I think like there's so many more podcasts out there now. Mm-hmm. The bad audio ones stand out. I think it's kind of created a new standard for people, and that's good. There should be, you know.
But again,
Bane's got his, and
we're working on it. It's man, the how little I know about audio is made abundantly clear after trying to start this.
It sounds good. I mean, everything I've heard sounds great. So you guys are
woohoo.
That's all Johnny right there.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Mucho listenable. I don't have to turn it like way up in my car, you know, like.
And that's another thing is I remember taking photos of or just doing like screen caps or whatever and posting it on our page. And Pinus was like, "Why is the level so high?" I said, "I didn't normalize it yet," and she was just like, "Oh."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. That's somebody I would love to have on this show just because she's so goddamn goofy.
Oh, she's so goofy and so unreasonably knowledgeable about the quirkiest and strangest game audio related things. Mm-hmm. Like I follow her YouTube channel and she doesn't put stuff up very much, but when she does, it's always bonkers. Right. Same with Norn and Rad.
He's on a totally different level.
He is.
He really is. I mean, even just like doing posts on Facebook, when he replies, it's like such a chapter in his life that he like reads, and so it's like he's almost like our community's version of Morgan Freeman, where it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna listen to you all fucking day.
So Norman Rad is the voice of God in the VGM community. Is that what you're saying? That's pretty good.
Oh God. But it's just so funny, like, his videos are just a lot of fun to watch, like, when it's actually him, like, playing and he just has all the commentary, it's like, dude, I could listen to you, like, talking about, this is how I make breakfast, and it just turns into, like, this huge episode, and it's amazing.
And when he's not doing that, he's posting, like, really under-the-radar 80s pop singer-songwriter album rips and shit, just like, what the
and the topics that he comes up with is insane, like, he wanted to do one. And it was more up my neck of the woods because I'm really into a lot of like female rockers and things like that. But he was like, "Yeah, I want to just do one where it's like women that sound like men." I'm like, "Okay."
Celine Dion.
That's the thing.
Celine Dion. No, Celine Dion just is a man.
She's a robot. She's a replicant.
Fucking Celine
Maybe.
Dion.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult every replicant out there.
Yeah, let's not have a bit brigade where he says, wait, what was it that he said at MagFest and like apparently so many people got pissed off?
What did he say something that made people mad?
I think Luke said something about like anti-furries or whatever and people got mad.
Oh.
Like people like took their rage to the internet, got mad. It was hilarious. And he was like, I just need all you guys to know that we're just having fun up there, and I do try to have, like, open mic comedy shows every now and then. I was like, dude, honestly, if you get a reaction out of anybody, you're doing it right. And I left it like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, dude, listen to him. He's absolutely speaking the truth. Because, I mean, I've gone to comedy shows, and people that can just say that thing that just, like, pushes the button and gets people out there and talking about you and all, there really is no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, I mean, man.
Works for George Carlin.
That's very true.
Did it ever?
But yeah, I just thought that was so funny. I forget the line that he used, but he said...
I have to go... I don't... Which show was that?
Oh, God, which one was it? It might have been...
years ago?
It might have been like 2 years ago, yeah.
I don't even remember.
And I think they were like one of the first opening acts, too, to like the Saturday morning show or something nuts like that.
Lovely.
And it's like, dude, it's fucking Bit Brigade. Put them on, like, second to last. They're amazing.
Yeah, and they did. They got there.
Right. I saw them when they went on tour, and they came through here through Philadelphia. And I was talking with Luke. I was like, hey, not to, like, piss on your parade, but have you seen Jason? All of a sudden, he, like, sneaks up on me and, like, gives me this huge bear hug.
Jason's awesome.
He really is. And another guy who's really into The Simpsons as well. And ironically, we uploaded that episode on his birthday. So I said,
really?
So I said that was his gift to him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man. All right, everyone get settled in. I think it's time to get for reals now. All right, so again, we'll just have you do the intro. You could say, hey, this is Grant Henry, or this is Grant Stemage Henry, or hey, this is Grant a.k.a. Stemage, or however else you want. And if you just want to mention all the bands that you do or whatever beforehand, that's fine. Or, like, we could say, just to use Eric as an example, Eric said, hey, this is Eric, Viking Guitar Peabody, and you are listening to Grindcore. And then I'll do a 3-second countdown, and then we'll just go with the episode. So however you want to word it, and then just finish it with, and you're listening to Grindcore. And then, again, 3, 2, 1, and we'll just go with it.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready, dude.
All right.